Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nicholas Bogroff Gansel, and I am creatively bankrupt. So today, we're diving into Season 1, Episode 2 of Evermoor. Don't know why I said Season 1. There's only one season. I don't know what to expect this episode, because so much happened last episode. Now, that being said, at the end of last episode, there was a pretty descriptive next time on clip, but I kind of tried to block that from my mind. I know that the blonde British stepsister, I suck at names, you guys know this, gets lost in the moors at night, because that's what happens when you wander the moors at night, and the lighthouse isn't lit. And prior to that, or at least in the trailer it was prior to that, I'm assuming in the episode it's prior to that, they figure out what that jingling noise was on the cell phone message. And apparently there are bells on the key that was used to get into the room. So they find this key, and it's got the same bells on it. I wish I didn't know that. Like, that's something I don't want to know. So this time, and next time, I guess. I was going to say all subsequent times, but there's not going to be a next time on the last episode, so it's really just this episode and next episode. I'm not going to watch the next time on. The moment it's like, next time on Evermore, I'm just going to hit that pause and not watch it. Maybe skip ahead to the credits if I can manage, because I do want to watch the credits. Basically, as much as I felt like, oh, they gave way too much away about next episode, so much happened in the last episode that they easily could have given away like 5% of the episode, and it just looked like a lot. Oh, so I guess we should talk about what happened last time. At the end of the last episode, there was a magical typewriter that made shit come to life. Which, when I skimmed the description of the show, I was wondering if that's what it was going to be. When they said a writer, or a girl whose mom is a writer moves to a magical area, I was like, oh, I wonder if the stuff that she writes is going to come to life. So, yeah, it looks like they're doing that to some extent. I don't know if that's just going to be one of the many weird magical things that happens in the show, or if that's going to be like the central focus of the show. It seems like the tapestry is going to be the central focus, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that. So, I should say, last time I was here, when I watched the pilot, I came away with a very, what the fuck did I just watch, kind of mentality. What the fuck was that? Seriously, what the fuck was this show? Having now edited the pilot and rewatched it in editing, I have to say this show has grown on me. Like, I enjoyed it the first time through, but I didn't know what to make of it. This time it's like, yeah, this show is a clusterfuck of chaos, but it's delightful chaos. So I'm on board. And, like, I'm even okay with the fact that it doesn't know how to pace its scenes to save its life. Like, honestly, something about this show just, it got better upon second viewing, and it really shouldn't have. After that first viewing, I thought there's no way this will hold up to a second viewing. But in editing, I was like, it actually kind of does. I still think it needs to be slowed way the fuck down, and that first episode could have been like 4 or 5 episodes. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm on board. So, hopefully the show continues to be just as fun and just as crazy. I want to see lots more of the mayor, because I loved him. Hopefully he has either lots of different exciting outfits, or he just keeps wearing that same amazing outfit. I don't want him to downscale into more drab outfits. I want him to stay just as extra as possible. Lots of romances were developing last episode. So, there's a love triangle, well, an implied love triangle, between the main girl, her blonde British stepsister, and the cute guy, whose name I'm blanking on. I want to say Chandler, but there's no way that's right. I think it has an A in it. But there was like a clear sort of she's into the guy's kind of into her, but the guy's also pretty into her sister, and her sister's into him. So, yeah, I don't know where that's going to go. It's also possible that he's just flirting with both of them and not really interested in either of them. But that seems unlikely for a Disney Channel show. Oh, and the daughter of the mayor is interested in one of the siblings. So that's cool. And I'm trying to think if maybe it was just those two. Oh, it was those two romances, but one of them's a love triangle. That's why it seemed like, oh my god, everyone's having chemistry with everyone. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes next. And, I have no specific expectations for this episode. I just hope it continues to be delightfully batshit insane. Oh, and as always, if you're watching my videos without watching the original content first, you're doing the content a disservice and you're doing yourself a disservice. If you really do want your first experience of Evermoor to involve me, then head over to my Patreon. For just $1, you can get access to my uncut reactions that you can play alongside the original content. Let's dive in. Maybe unwrite it. Go back to the typewriter, say, the goat vanished into thin air, never to be heard from again. Oh god, it's following her! How did she outrun a goat? Is it like a two-legged goat? I'll give it this. The show is atmospheric as hell.
Type on this. Tara
Or don't.
had a nice pink frock that did not scare her.
See, that's how you test it.
That's it. This is getting weird.
You can't just take her type... Oh, you're putting it away. I didn't know that desk opened.
We start school tomorrow, remember?
Wait, what? There's a school at this little Nowheresville?
Stop it.
You know, we don't really...
How did they miss that?
Festival of Fate. Great man, Fate.
What are you talking about?
Is it printed on both sides, or is he just staring at the back blank of it so we can read it?
Jakey boy!
Right. Those two.
What are you doing here? Still packing up.
Do they have locks on the doors? They should get some fucking locks on the doors.
Take mine.
Oh, the jingling bells. Okay. That's it. So I guess they didn't ruin much because it happened right away. She turned away. Waving at her now doesn't help.
At Evermoor School, we like to teach our own history.
Is the mayor
Read
also a
it,
teacher?
learn it, love it. Any questions?
Aren't you the mayor?
I am.
Yes. Okay.
It's a small town. We will witness one amongst you join the noble ranks of the Evereens in the choosing. You children are the future of Evermoor. This is your festival. This is your time.
So, I love the uniforms. They're super cute. The red and green checkered thing is great. But his red vest is not as good as his purple vest.
Sasha.
I never thought a bright red vest would be toned down, but...
And what happened to the Evereens when they started fighting amongst themselves and brought the world to the edge of chaos?
Let me guess, chaos?
Sasha.
The gods robbed them of their power.
Robbed.
Oh, there's gods now?
By the vapors of Magmarath, we will restore it.
You have gods?
Sasha.
Where they could only foretell the future.
More
with their
people are
gods,
raising their hands.
never
Call on
again
someone
think
else.
to create it.
Miss Crossley.
Wait.
The book's
Did-
content's not captivating enough for you.
Did she say they could create the future? Because I was talking. She's a good artist. That was a short class period.
What is that?
I wish I knew.
Ah, good enough for me.
What are you doing here?
See,
I'm your lawyer.
the maroon is just not...
But you're the mayor.
Man's got to earn a
And the
living.
teacher.
But
God
I
damn it.
hired you to fight the mayor.
Yes, about that. I must tell you, in my professional capacity and with complete impartiality, the mayor's got a pretty strong case.
You're the mayor.
Hey, when you hire my counsel, you get my counsel.
I don't want.
Fuck this guy. I love him, but fuck this guy.
I want another lawyer.
Also, where's the purple vest?
And beyond these borders, there's no one else conversant in Evermoor bylaws.
Oh,
I know a thing
so
or two
he's
about-
just
For instance,
like,
your
a tyrant then.
stalls shouldn't be so close to the house. 700 yards, isn't it, Doyle?
Doyle. Oh, first name basis. Hello.
Thank you.
Also, what are you doing in the house again? I thought we got rid of you.
Come, dear.
Seriously, guys, buy some fucking locks. It's interesting that all the keys have colors that are similar to the doors. So, like, technically the door's brown, but the door frame was green. And the keys got that green frill on it.
Diary. Blah, 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 blah.
That one's just pasted in. Oh, a bunch of them are like
My
that.
sense of dread has returned.
Oh my god! Have you been here the whole time? How did they not see her? They didn't see the frog? They didn't see her? I'm thinking these aren't grade A detectives here.
I was respectable before I met you.
Eh.
Now I'm lying in dust under a weirdo's bed.
Okay, so get out and leave the room before she comes back.
She's a witch. Who thinks Aunt Bridget was poisoned?
Death by bog fine tea.
Who'd want to get rid of Aunt Bridget?
Anyone who thought they were inheriting the house? Remember? Almost everyone thought they were inheriting the house.
I have sweetener.
Oh, takes the edge off.
Oh, yes, please.
That's sketchy as hell.
Drink up.
Are the kids gonna knock the glass out of her hand? Oh, I'm disappointed. Mom's not actually gonna be missing, is she?
Child, calm yourself.
Oh,
Back
shit.
up, lady! Don't come any closer!
Tara, what are you doing?
She's Aunt Bridget and she's here to kill you!
Boy.
Doesn't
So it
taste
is
like
sweet,
poison.
Esmeralda, I'm so sorry for this. Listen, you have my permission to use the tapestry room for your meetings whenever you want.
So now they're just gonna be in the house. All the time. I mean, they already were, but like...
Okay, show's over. Everybody out. And I am confiscating this.
Hope you don't have to do homework. I guess you have that typewriter now. Whoa! Who the fuck was that? Was that the mayor's daughter? Yes, it is. Did she start the fire? Now that there are multiple ringing bells? Of course, he doesn't even remotely suspect her.
Gather, girls.
Oh, do all the girls have bells? Nothing to see here, just a cultic ritual. Possibly some arson. Maybe a human sacrifice later.
Cam said he had a spare ticket to this retro something.
Cameron, that was his name.
Retrospective. Right. I always wanted a sister. I guess the joke's on me.
Oh, burn.
Were you spying?
No.
Yes,
No.
but in a detective way, not in a creepy way.
What was all that dance?
It was totally in a
You are the
creepy
most
way.
ignorant person I've ever met.
Well, you're the prettiest I've ever met.
Good comeback.
So is it?
Which is forbidden to be seen before the festival, by the way.
Oops.
And what are those bells that you wear?
Oh, so he is actually investigating.
They're called Carillos. When an Everine weaves, she enters a dream state, but it's forbidden for a trainee to experience the trance. The
Oh,
Carillos prevent
shit.
it.
So now there are like a whole bunch more suspects. That is so intimidating. How the fuck do you expect to get writing done with that tapestry staring you down? I also can never get work done with my back to the door. Like, I'd always be paranoid someone's about to walk in.
She wished the ground would swallow her up.
Don't write that!
No.
Yeah.
She wished the ground would swallow Bella up.
No, don't write that either. That's why she gets lost in the moors.
Maybe it's all in your head, Tara.
The fuck is wrong with you, Tara?
It works! It works! Oh no, Bella.
Yeah. Fuck is wrong with you, girl?
No!
You have deviated from the path. May fate have mercy.
Someone had to put that sign up.
Good.
Who ventured out into the bog just to put that sign up? And do they have it everywhere along the bog? Moors, whatever.
Tara, your feet! Come on! Here, let me help you! The only earth back in here too! Just go get help!
How did they manage that?
Please go!
That was like the Indiana Jones, like, swap move, like...
Esmeralda's bright. You are an amateur.
Maybe the goat will save you.
Come back, there's no time! Bella!
You are terrible at this.
You're not going to make it.
Stay away from the circle. Stay away from
What the
Esmeralda.
fuck? Okay. So that was episode 2 of Evermoor. Not as much happened as in episode 1, but that might partially be because I knew more things that were going to happen because of the next time on at the end of the last episode. And it did cover the whole episode. There were just details that it didn't include. So I'm glad I skipped it for next time, and I'm going to skip it in the next episode as well. But weirdly, this episode seemed to pull the loose threads back in and sort of be like, hey, this is really going to be story-driven. Which I did not expect after the first episode. Because the first episode really felt like it's about this town, it's about this vibe, it's about kind of the weird world they've moved into. But now it seems like the main mystery is going to be who set the fire. Because we're literally halfway through the show now, and we don't know the answer to that. And they've created some red herrings now and some misleads where it's like, oh, the jingling on the phone, it's not necessarily the keys. It might be these bells that these girls have. But the bells are supposed to prevent you from entering a trance state. And it seems like whoever set the fire was probably in a trance state. I mean, I'm totally speculating on that. So, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I do love that the mayor is also the teacher and also the lawyer. And that whole scene with him being like, as your counsel, I have to tell you, the mayor has a very good case. That was fantastic. But the whole time I was just mad he wasn't wearing his purple vest. Like, in what fucking world is maroon scaled back? Normally when I see bright maroon, I'm like, dang, that makes a statement. But compared to royal purple, it just doesn't. And so I liked the uniforms that the girls were wearing. It was like checkered green with the splash of red. That was really fitting considering the color scheme of the show. And that had a lot of the flair of the first episode, I thought. But the fact that then the teacher's also in the maroon, it's like, damn it, dude, keep the purple. Or go more outlandish. Go, like, yellow and green or something. I don't know. It just... That bothered me a little. Hopefully next episode he'll be back in some of his royal garbs, or at least something equally outlandish. I don't actually have a ton to say about this episode. They are not the best detectives. Like, they just aren't. And the main girl's just not smart. Like, normally, the older brother character who doesn't believe the little sister is, like, not a character that I identify with or root for. But I really like this one, because he's the one making sense most of the time. And even though he's wrong and there is some kind of magic something going on, it's still like... I don't know. Tara, because she's American. Tara has this habit of just, like, doing stupid shit, and sometimes doing it for stupid reasons. Like, attacking the woman who's having tea with your mom. That might be a stupid thing to do, but at least she did it for a good reason. She thought this woman was trying to poison her mom. Like, that is the rational thing to do if you think someone's actively about to kill your mom, is you go and you fight them. Like, that made sense. But, like, oh, my sister is sinking into the moor. I'm going to pull her out and then get stuck myself somehow. Like, pulling her out made sense. And even getting stuck, it's like, that's insane that happened. But okay, sure, I guess it could happen. But then to tell her, go get help, and then immediately be like, there isn't time, come back. Like, make up your fucking mind, girl. So yeah, it wasn't quite as batshit insane as the first episode, which is, you know, not ideal. I really was hoping for more batshit insanity. It still had some of the whimsy of the first episode, though. So, like, we only had that one scene at their school, but I don't know, it kind of, that, because it was, like, new outfits, which had the colorful flair, the world-building thing about it's such a small town that the mayor is also the teacher, had a little, I don't know, had kind of that whimsical element. And I just put this together. The girl he kept calling on was his daughter. I didn't realize that. Like, in my head, I forgot their relationship is father and daughter. So it wasn't no one else knows the answers and I'm calling on her. It's I'm only calling on my daughter because she's my daughter. The things you pick up on when you pay attention. Yeah, I definitely talked over some important stuff this episode, which was not the plan, but, you know, it happens. So hopefully I didn't talk over anything that's going to make it impossible to follow what's going on later. Then again, if I was able to follow that first episode with all the shit going on, I feel like I'm going to be okay. So yeah, I really don't have a lot more to say about this episode. Come back next time and we'll check out another episode of Evermoor. And if you can't wait that long, hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/Bogroff. You can actually get episodes up to 4 weeks early there, as well as the uncuts. And as always, please like and subscribe because I'd love to have y'all coming back on the regular.